Hello my friends, and thank you for joining me in this very awesome and special video because yes my friends, yes, finally we'll be having Diesel in automation game. Well, ish, as you will be seeing in a moment. Thanks of course to our dearest friend Mr. Batteryman. Yes my friends, this awesome person gave us some of his craziest and really craziest mods in the past, like of course the supercharger mod, like of course many crazy things that we have seen on this channel, like of course flames on automation cars, and of course, as I've mentioned, superchargers. And now he will of course give us the diesel. Yes my friends, diesel engines will be of course available very soon, but of course right now we'll be of course starting with the first and his basic and latest mod, of course. So my friends, if you want to, of course, to make it happen in your automation game, first of all, hit that thumbs up. I want to see as many likes as possible on this video. And of course, if you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing and hit that subscribe button. And now let's start, of course, explaining how this mod will, of course, work. Alright my friends, so first of all, you need a basic car. You need to make a car and automation game, of course, so you can mod it, or so you can put that file, that magical file in it outside, so you can of course enable everything to work perfectly in BeamNG.Drive. As you can see, this is a classic creation of mine, which is of course the zombie cleaner. This thing had a 6.4 liter V8 running very efficient in an efficient way, running of course on 80 octane fuel, which is a very perfect vehicle when the apocalypse of the zombies come to life. As you can see, it's available with light bars, armor on the side, a very efficient running and very reliable V8 under the hood, and of course many crazy mods and features. And yes, we have the appropriate stickers on the car. Anyway, you need to make a car, and right now, because the file that Mr. Batteryman has created, of course, you need to make only a V8 car. Unfortunately, the diesel file works only on a V8 car. So you need to make any V8 vehicle, a van, a sedan, a hatchback, a pickup, anything with a V8, my friends, so you can make it work. Unfortunately, inline 6s, inline 4s, inline 5s, V6, everything, it's not yet available, but a new updated file will be available very soon, and I'll be of course making a video about that file very soon. But right now, let's make a V8 diesel. Yes my friends, a V8 diesel. So alright, first of all, as I mentioned, create any car you want, any pickup, any van, anything with a V8, any size you want, a massive, a small one. Alright, so after you created your car and after you are happy with your setup, your gearbox, your suspension, everything, export your car normally to of course to BeamNG.Drive. As you can see, just export it normally, name it whatever name you want, and then hit that export button, and then your of course your car will be of course ready to be modded. Alright my friend, just fire up your BeamNG.Drive, as normally, and then press play, select any map you want, and then of course select the car that you have inserted the diesel file in. As you can see, we are on the dunes, which is a perfect playground to test our zombie cleaner vehicle, because of course it's an off-road beast. As you can see right now, it's running with of course the regular V8 engine. Listen, yes, this is this is the petrol V8 under the hood. Don't worry, everything will change in a bit. Yep. Alright, first of all, to activate your diesel, to activate that file, you need to press the escape button, go to the vehicle configuration, open it, and then you can find the automation exported engine. Open it or expand it. You can find the, here you go. You don't need to expand it anyway, just select the car engine and you can find the V8 diesel clone. Yes my friends, select it like so, and as you can see right now, the car will not run. Well, it's very simple, because right now we have a full, or not really a full, an empty tank of petrol. We need to replace it with, of course, with diesel. So you go to the fuel tank, select diesel tank. Here we go. Yep, we have a full tank of diesel, and now the V8 diesel is alive. I'm not kidding. Now we have the same V8 basically, as you can see, but listen. Listen to the exhaust. Yep. It's alive, my friends. We are using diesel right now, and we're having a V8 diesel under the hood. Anyway, now we need to, as you can see right now, it's a little bit low on horsepower. I mean, right now we are making 100 and I don't know, 139 horsepower, 200 and something pound-feet of torque. It's not bad. It can drive, as you can see. Yes, it can drive normally, but it's not that really exciting. It's really basic. I mean, it's not that exciting at all. It's running very clean. So we need to give it that extra spice. And of course, because the current transmission will not really work because the current RPM limit is 3,500. That's how diesel work. They cannot really rev that high, especially in this mod, because you can, if you want to go to the tune section like this, and you can, of course, you can find many crazy options. But before we start messing with them, first of all, let's give the engine an extra help, because after you select your diesel clone, you can get many obvious options. Now, this engine, as I've mentioned, is very, I mean, weak, to be completely honest with you. So let's give the engine an extra spice to make it run much more perfect. So let's go to the forced induction menu and let's expand it. You have two options, primary and secondary induction. Yes, my friends, two options. First option you can select, which is the primary. You can supercharge. Yes, I'm not kidding. You can supercharge your V8 diesel, or of course you can turbocharge it, or of course you can twin charge it. And if you don't know what is a twin charge system, well, it's using supercharger and a turbocharger on the same engine to ensure a much more linear and of course better of course power curve. It's one of my favorite system and one of my craziest system. Unfortunately, you can't really see it in many cars these days. Like an example, if you want to see it, if you want to Google it, well there is that Danish car which called the Zenvo ST1. Yes, that car uses a twin charge system, a twin scroll supercharger on top of that V8, and of course a single turbo running together to give that engine that extra amazing power and of course that extra linear curve. All right, so let's select this engine so I can demonstrate how to tune both of them, because if I select a supercharger, I have to demonstrate how to tune a supercharger, you know, separately and then go to this turbocharger. No, let's select both of them and show you how you can tune both of them. All right, here we go. Twin charger system. All right, it's in. As you can see, the mod have some issues. Like for example, I mean, it will work, but as you can see, the front rim has some problem with it. I don't know why. Anyway, the car will work anyway, even with that missing thing rim at the front. Anyway, let's forget about it. Anyway, we have a twin charge system. As you can see, we can verify that by the boost gauge here. Now the secondary, which you can select a diesel nitro system. Also, we can select that to ensure an extra love up front. Yeah, this thing is annoying me. Anyway, now let's go to the all right, muffler. Well, since we have of course a zombie apocalypse vehicle. Yep. Well, if you want to make your car an extra loud, you can select the off option. Make it extra loud. Well, it's basically a V8 noise, basically. Anyway, let's select it. Now let's select a heavy duty long block so we can boost the engine to the max without worrying about exploding the engine. And the engine management, you have a performance or a stock ECU. A stock ECU, listen to the RPM limit. Yep, it's continuous. No fuel cutting system or no fuel cutting in the ECU. But of course, when you select performance ECU, you can tune the engine much more, and you will have the fuel cutting thing like so. So perfect. I think everything is running perfect. Now let's go to the tuning area and see what we have. So this is the audio supercharger. Well, if you want to listen to the supercharger, you know, whining to the max, you can of course select the audio loudness to the max, because of course diesel engine, they don't rev that high. Basically, if you are running a petrol engine with the supercharger mod, yes, you can you don't have to run the supercharger or make the supercharger to spin very fast to listen to the noise, because the petrol engines, they rev really high. Unlike diesel engines, they rev really low, So to listen this to the supercharger, you need to make the supercharger to run faster than usual, and we can select that basically down there. Now let's move on to the diesel nitrous. Well, 75 kilowatts shot, it's not really that impressive, so let's select like 200 kilowatt shot. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Now let's move down. Now you have the ECU. We can select the radiator fan speed. Well, to ensure the engine to run perfectly, cold or without any overheating problems, let's go to the 8 times faster radiator speed, and let's make the fan to run at 95 degrees Celsius. This way we will ensure the engine to run perfectly cold. The engine area, now just leave this, don't touch it, it's still work in progress. The fuel, well, unfortunately you can only go 35 liters, no more than that. Now this supercharger, yes, the supercharger, let's boost the power all the way to the max. 10 psi. All right, so let's select it. Here we go. Listen to that beautiful supercharger. Yep. And let's see, pitch dynamics. This thing will determine the pitch noise of the supercharger. Well, if you increase it too much, it will sound very, very unrealistic. So keep it like this. If you want to tweak it, you can of course increase it, decrease it, depending of course on how you like your supercharger to of course to sound. The rate, well, this is your throttle response. 25% is very realistic. If you want to increase it more, basically the RPM will just jump very, very fast. It will not be super realistic, but it's up to you, my friend. This is your own settings. Friction, well, leave it to stock. You don't want to mess with it. Overdrive, well, my friends, this is if you're not happy with the current boost, if you're not happy with the current horsepower, you can of course increase it or overdrive it and push more boost into the engine. Well, this thing will run at your own risk. Maybe the engine will explode, maybe not. Alright, supercharger is done. Now turbocharger, well, this is the wastegate offset. The more you go, of course the more boost you have and the more power you have. Also run it at your own risk. Maybe the engine will explode, maybe not, who knows. Now if you are happy with everything, press the apply and job done. All the settings will be of course in. Now let's close this menu. As you can see, I'm running the torque curve app here, which will give you your torque curve. Let's disable these two things. Let's go with turbo and supercharger. Turbo and supercharger currently, look at that. At idle, this thing is idling right now, and we are making 400 pound-feet of torque. Wow, amazing. And around 350 horsepower. So let's see how will that work. I'm not really sure about the gearbox ratios, because the gearbox ratios in automation game are different to the one that we have with the diesel, because as I've mentioned, diesel rev very low, as you can see. Yes, so let's go like 4 speed. Whoa, let's look at that beautiful torque. Yeah, amazing. I mean, yes, the top speed is very low, but of course you can of course mess, and you can of course tune your gearbox to your specifications. And of course you can do that. If you are not happy with the gearbox ratios right now, you can of course go to the configuration, to the parts area or whatever this thing called, and expand the automation, export the engine to this one, to the fully customizable transmission. You can go 4-speed customizable, 5, 6 or 7. Well, since this car or this vehicle has 7-speed gearbox from automation game, this is my own selection. Let's go to the 7-speed, and then you can tune it yourself if you want to make your diesel vehicle a top speed machine, or an accelerating machine, or of course a towing beast. So let's go to the, where's the transmission area? Here we go. This is the transmission. As you can see, you can select your top speed. Let's go like, for example, 248. Now first gear, as you can see, this is too high, or yeah, it's not perfect. Basically it will have a very, very, very low top speed. So let's go like like that. Of course, the less you go, the higher speed that gear will spin. So if you go like this, maybe the first gear will only go to 10 kilometers per hour. That's it. If you go like this, maybe the first gear will go all the way to 200. So yeah, the less you go, the higher top speed you can get. So let's start like so. I'm not really sure. I'm just, you know, making a custom map. Maybe it will work. Maybe it's gonna be rubbish. Who knows? So I'm just, you know, messing. Make sure every gear is lower than the previous gear. Yeah, make sure like every gear is, you know, lower than the previous gear. This way you can make your vehicle more realistic. I mean, this is just a basic map. I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, here we go. I think this thing will work ish. Here we go. Let's see. First gear. Here we go. Look at that. First gear can go 40 kilometers per hour. Second gear 80. Third gear 90 maybe. Fourth gear 110. Fifth gear 106. Sixth gear. Oh, that was a big jump. So basically on the dunes we can't really test it at the top speed, but I mean you can have a little more realistic, as you can see, gearbox. Now don't worry about the temperature, because the temperature, as you can see, yes, it says it's overheating, but no, actually it's not really overheating. Don't worry about it. Yes, right now, my friends, we are running with a diesel. Yes, I think the gearbox ratios are not really perfect to blast around the dunes. And they need a little bit more tweaking, but it works. I think the supercharger is a little bit too loud. Again, you can of course customize all of that in the menu. Yes, my friends, you can customize all of that in the menu and make sure everything is running as you want. The noise. Don't worry, a more of course a better. I think we did blow up the radiator. Anyway, don't worry about it, my friends, because we are pushing so much boost in. Well, if you want to be a little bit more sensible, if your car is, if you don't want your car to overheat, basically, I mean, look at that. The maximum, the fan is flying. Basically, let's select more RPM. Let's say 4,000. Don't worry, the engine will not blow up. More than 4,000, the engine will blow up. So, yeah, 4,000. Yeah, I think we'll be running perfectly. But let's select less boost. I guess 10 psi is too much. So let's select like 7 basically. And let's of course spin the supercharger. No, what I'm doing here. No. Where is it? Rate. Here we go. Overdrive. Let's select like 10% extra overdrive and see what will happen. Here we go. Yeah, the second gear is, I'm not really happy with the second gear ratio, but it works. Let's see what kind of horsepower we have. Here we go, supercharger turbo. Wow, look at that. Sounds good. And it's more happy right now. Look at that. Temperature is 111, 110. I think we are running ish perfectly. Oops. Wow, we have destroyed the front suspension. Anyway, so that's pretty much it, my friends. Have fun, enjoy your diesel experience, and of course, more, or a better file will be coming very, very, very soon. So that's pretty much it, my friend. Let's all thanks Mr. Batteryman for his crazy creation, and of course, if you want to download the Doodoo or of course the zombie apocalypse vehicle, the link in the description below for my Patreon page. You can download them both and enjoy them in your BeamNG.Drive, plus all of my other crazy creations, like of course the fastest car in automation game, the most powerful handling car in automation game, and of course the most powerful car in automation game. Plus, of course, my 911 Carrera classic replica, all of my other supercharged and crazy monsters. All of them, you can find them on my Patreon page. The link in the description below. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. I will see you very, very soon. Don't forget to thank Mr. Batteryman in the comment section below. Or, of course, if you want to thank him directly, you can, of course, go to my Discord, the link in the description below. And, of course, you can chat with him. You can, of course, thank him, give a suggestion, whatever. Everything is in the description below. All right, my friends, don't forget to watch my previous videos over here. Get subscribed over here. And I will see you very, very soon with more amazing videos on more crazy challenges and more. Thanks, of course, to your awesome support. And goodbye for now, my friends.